Welcome back, everybody. Colony survival. We are back here in our beautiful world, and I'm looking here at our, well, what currently is a little hovel where we've removed the beds already, but they're still working on top. Now, the thing is, I think it is time that we need to start building our first factory is building. And I'm looking around here trying to figure out how we're going to be doing that. Now, we have quite a few things that we need to get placed down. There's a number of job logs here that we have. Obviously, we have the job log crafters workbench, meaning we also need to start looking what we can create in there in order to get those ones done. We want to pull the rest of our path all the way around again, so that is all going to be nice and matching. Plus, this is going to be the deepest part of our hill, what we currently have claimed. So I think it is time that I'm going to start taking all of this down, which will put us under quite a bit of stress. Well, because of course they're not going to be working there anymore, but it is 10 p.m. at the moment, meaning I've got the night in order to get through this and at least get something back down. So some of our workers, some of our colonists are actually going to be able to work. Okay, so we have a temporary place where they can work, at least some, if they can make the way. Or they're all going up to the flag to pick up their food, and then they're coming down here to actually do their work, which now gives me a little bit of time in order to start building our actual factory. You're all sleeping in here. We're good. Do we have the extra bed? Yeah, we do. That is good. So let's get you down there as well. And that way we've just got space for 8 in here, which is great. Now, next up is I need to decide how I want this to play out and to look, which is not going to be too easy. Now, I do think that I want the entrance right about here, and we're going to be utilizing a big part of this mountain. So I'm going to be carving into the mountain and carving a part of the mountain out, and we're going to be doing a little bit of upbuilding. It's going to be a nice combination. I've got something in mind. I hope it's going to work, and we're going to need a whole lot of pretty much everything, but I genuinely hope that we're going to get some more mud bricks, because that's going to be probably the foundation for most. Now, of course, I run out of mud bricks, but I do think that you can see the kind of layout and the aesthetic that we're going to be going for. So it's going to be a little bit really a factory idea behind it. And, well, once we get more mud bricks, that's when we will continue building. With a little bit of working through the night, well, actually 2 nights, we now have the beginnings of a factory. The inside is just a bunch of crates with workstations. The outside, though, is looking quite okay. It starts to get the shapes I like to think of a little bit of a factory. Yeah, that's kind of the look I'm going for. So I think that will work. Now, next thing is we need more mud bricks in order to finish it off. And then eventually we may actually work it up to the red bricks, but we will see. Now, I'm going to be able to take these workstations all away again. So you're only going to be making... Oh, that is why I don't have any. Now I remember. So I'm going to need to set up my furnaces on the inside to actually do it the proper way. Now, let's go in here. Now, this is the staircase that is already been pre-built for now. So we're going to have another floor up here. And then after that, we're going to go one more up. And we will have another floor right up here. But as you can see, we still have a beautiful view out there as the sun is about to be rising, looking beautiful. But for now, we're going to stay right down here. So I'm going to need to set one of you there. Now, and not just 100. I'm going to need more than that. So put you on 500. So you make 500 mud bricks. When we've got that, that is when we're going to be looking for making the rest of the ingots. And these guys are going to be making ingots when there's nothing else to do. You can, well, not craft infinite, but let's put it on 750 for you guys, so you always have something to do. I have added in additional workstations, so we're now going to be a little bit shy of spaces to sleep. And what I was thinking, since we are kind of flowing into the mountain here, how about we are going to complete that and just have it fully flow in, and we add that in as extra bed space. And I know it doesn't look like it used to. Oh, you're the Night Slinger Guard, I assume. But that did give us a couple of extra beds, and I don't have any more mud bricks. I need to wait for them to come in again from the workers that we don't have yet, so I'm going to need to hire them. Now, how many empty beds do we have at the moment? We've got 6, and we need 5 additional people in order to fill all the jobs. 5, that's going to cost us 20 meals. That was quite a bit, but at least now we've got all the jobs covered. I just need to make sure that we've got all of these ones set accordingly. So yeah, you're fine. You are now on a different group, which is great. I could set you to a different group, but I don't really need anything from you because all we have from you is the Merchant's Hub. So since we don't have anything else yet, although new ones will be coming soon. So let's take the Merchant's Hub. And we'll place you there. Now, I don't know. Do we need somebody here? We don't. So I don't need anybody on there. Earthenware and copper ingots. Now, you can make earthenware. Yes. I would want more than that, though, in order to actually do something with it. So we need clay, planks, and pots of water. And you're making pots, so we should be fine. You're making ingots. You're making a new crafter's block. Wow. So things are really starting to kick off, and we're only going to make it worse because we're going to be starting to up our game even more. Now, it is already 6 p.m. again, so time is really, really flying. But for what we're going to do next, I want to go to the other side because that's where it's going to be taking place. I like the little house, though. Not sure about the forester with his magical floating trees, but sure, that is what it is for now. Now, I do want to keep some berry farmers. Not as many as we currently have. Also, I need to fix the walkway up here properly. So, yeah, we're going to need to do something about that. But my main thing is right up here. Because right now we've got our wheat farms here. And the wheat farms are doing well. We've got 41 meals, even though we just spent 20 to hire new colonists to get them onto the new jobs. Now, did any of them actually do something? We've got plenty of iron ore, wood flooring. I don't have any cobblestone or any mud bricks yet. Now, I don't think I can make those ones in the mill. And if you haven't seen it yet, on the very first video in this series, actually one of the devs commented, and they're happy to see a nice detailed playthrough, but also they like the fact that we have that we like the mill. They also like the fact that we do like the mill. Now, I definitely do like the mill. I have utilized it quite a bit already. There, we'll get you working on some more cobblestone, so I can actually put in the flooring in a factory. And then we've got a wood flooring, we've got our planks. So slowly but surely, that's all falling in place. So we've got our wheat farms doing well. Food is going well. Yes, we want to fix up the berries, but I do want to get something else coming in. With that, we're going to go here into science. And the next one is going to be the tailor. Now, the tailor needs wheat farming and a merchant's hub, which both of those we have unlocked already. We do need 25 wheat to unlock it, which we also have. And this is going to give us the option to make linen. So we're going to get the tailor shop, which can turn it into linen, 5 flax into linen. And that is ×2. I'm not sure as to why it is ×2, but sure. And then it also unlocks the flax farmer, and it's going to open up the stonemason. Now, stonemason is good because what I eventually want to get to is this one, the digger. For the digger, I'm going to need the writer. For the writer, I'm going to need the anvil. For the anvil, the copper anvil, we're going to need leather and copper ingots and the copper tools. And for that, we're going to need that. So that's going to be the next line that we're going to go into. But that's going to increase our monster threat by 30. And we need leather for this. Now, leather we can buy at the merchant's hub. So the tanner then turns the carcasses into raw meat and skins. Then the skins into leather and the raw meat into cooked meat at the fire pit, which we don't have yet. But that is all done at the tanner's table, and obviously it's going to unlock the tanner table. Also, that will increase our monster threat. But first, we're going to need the tailor. Then we're going to be selling some of our cups, and we're going to be buying some carcasses because that's what we need to unlock the tanner. Then we can actually get working on the leather, what we need for the anvil. And the anvil is what we need for the writer. And once we have the writer, we can unlock the digger, meaning I don't need to carve out half of this mountain by hand anymore. But first things first, we want to get ourselves here in science and we want to unlock the tailor. You don't think you can get in here anywhere, right? You're just walking to the other side because that is where the entrance is and that's going to be easier. I mean, after the last week's shenanigans, I do not trust myself a bit to have this locked in properly. Yeah, he's walking to the entrance. That's good. And he's going to get shot in the face in a minute. There you go. Well done. Well done. All right, so with the flax farmer now sorted, that's the banner tools, not the one that I want. Here, so we've got the berry farmer, the wheat farmer, and now also the flax farmer. And the flax farmer will need to go to the lowest point, and it's going to be all about the same. So normally I would put this at a 10 by 10 or as close as we can get it from here until there. For that, I'm going to need to remove the berry farms, and we're not at that stage yet. But what I can do, 20 by 6 by 5. Here, that's going to be nice. Now, I do not want to remove this area. I do want to remove all of these. And that's it. So that's going to be our flax farmer, which is going to be nice. We're also going to have a nice batch of flowers. Now, obviously, there's a little bit here that's not going to get done, but that is the other entrance into the secondary mines of Moria, which is our water gatherer. It's a little idle hole where we're going to get all of our water, at least for now. So with that done, with the flax farmer set, we're going to need to recruit one more person, which is good because we've got one spare bed, and that is you also done. Let me get those steps in here because I'm tired of having to jump it. I don't know yet when I will be moving the berry farmers, probably sooner rather than later. So how are we looking now? We've got 32 mud bricks, so slowly they start to work on it again. Quickly pick up whatever we have in here and push that into the stockpile. Nice. And then that is where we have our factory slowly working away. And now here we should have earthenware for 30 points. Are we not making earthenware? So can we swap this around? 110. 110. There we go. So you can now finish your water pot. Well, you can finish your pots. And then after that, you can actually start focusing on getting something else done. I'm going to go, though, and I'm going to be removing you. And I'm just going to place you right here because you do not need a crate attached. What we do have, though, is a tailor shop, which is going to go there. Now, can't do anything with it as of yet, unless I'm going to be buying linen. I can sell the linen. I can sell some copper ingots, though, but they're only 30 points each. They're only 3 points each, and the earthenware is 30 points each. Can you hurry up already? And I'm going to be removing this one because I have one person standing around doing absolutely nothing. I think that is more than enough. I don't need a second. Oh, earthenware takes a long time to make. 360 seconds. That's a long time. How much do I need for a carcass? Only 5. So let me sell you. And there we go. So we got 100 points. We spent, I think we wasted a little, but that's okay. Now I'm going to buy 10 of you, which means we've got 50 points. And this is where we're going to get our colony points now. Banner save zones, 500 points. How do I upgrade my points? It used to be here. Or does that level with the colonists? Okay, so we're back up 100 points, and I want to test this out now. So we've got the colony points, and I can upgrade my 100 colonists to 150. Now, we're only at 26 at the moment, but I'm going to upgrade it because I want to see if that does anything to my points. It doesn't. So I do like having to buy and sell things now to get the points. I would like to know, though, how am I going to increase my point capacity? Is that now something I need to unlock with science? Ah, the lanterns, I like them. Requires books of knowledge. Jeweler, researcher, paper production, Iron Age. Wow, we have a lot to go. Need 1,000 colony points for that. Yeah, but how do I get more colony points?
One eternity later.
So it is in science, and it is the copper lockbox. Don't remember if this was a thing in 0.9. Don't know if it's been added in 0.10, but we found it. Now, the thing is, for that, we're going to need 100 colony points, which we can do. That's easy. And we need copper ingots, which we have. Now, the thing is, we need to unlock the anvil first. So that's another reason why we need the anvil unlocked. So yeah, very clearly the next thing that we want to get unlocked is the anvil. But first things first is going to be the animal carcass. Now, I think we can handle an additional 10 threat level. I'm going to be completing that one. That gives our job block crafter guy something to do once he wakes up. Now, next up is the anvil. By far, you need colony points, and then we can unlock the fence, which is going to be relatively easy to get done. But first, I want to get really the anvil out. So for you, we're going to need the leather, and for that, we're going to need the tanner. Now, we do have some animal carcasses, which is good. We just need to make sure that we consistently buy those. And look at it, all nice and pretty up there. So we've got a flax growing there. We've got a wheat going here. And I think both the flax and the wheat is currently being harvested. So it does look really, really nice. Now, meals were down to 35. I think that is because everybody just ate, but we just need to keep an eye on that because it is 5 a.m. at the moment. If they don't eat enough, we're looking for wheat. We've got more than enough wheat, and we just need to get an additional tinkerer down in order to turn it into more wheat grow. Slowly but surely, as we're working through the days, the factory starts to look more and more like an actual factory. Not only on the outside, but also here on the inside, because look at that. We've got our first spare floor. Let me just chuck a torch in there. Now, yes, there is some more digging out to be done. And then we go further up, and look at that. We also have another floor. I do need to quickly put in a little step here in order to make it a little bit easier. There, and now we can just step up here. And also here, we'll just throw down a torch. Now, this is still all out in the open, but at least we're going to have 3 workable floors in order to get our factories eventually up and running. So yeah, it's 3 workable floors, and then right here, look at that. So all of these ones are now done. I know that we already have the tailor who's working on creating linen out of the flax because the first flax has been harvested. Did we get our tanner? We did get a tanner as well. And I'm just going to chuck you... well, right here for now. Now, eventually we're going to start moving things to different levels to make it nicer and cleaner. But for now, since we're just going to need to work this floor for now so we can continue building the other ones. And once they're completely ready, we can move them and not have to move things again after that. So there's you. There's you. Now, obviously, we want you to do infinite. So you turn that into raw meat and skins, and then once that is done, you're going to turn that into leather, and that's also going to work. Now, the problem is I have 0 spare beds. Of course, I have 0 spare beds because I only expanded a tiny bit, and I already consumed all of the mud bricks to work here on our factory. So I'm just going to have to do it probably a little bit less pretty. Don't want to go that direction because that's where we're going to have factory. So, well, we'll just continue going in this direction then. Well, there we go. So that's another 4 beds that we have in there. And we still have a little bit of space here to just carve in 2 blocks and then add straight away another 4. Now, I'm going to go ahead and, again, we're at 34 meals and everybody, and now it is 6 o'clock in the morning. We didn't check on the meals. We need to do that. But for now, recruit to fill all the jobs. Are you sure? Yes. So we spent 4 meals, but at least now we've got a tanner who's going to be working, not here, but right on there. You guys think you're done. That is cute. Did we change anything here? No. So I do want more firewood. Let's put you on 2 and add more firewood. We always need more firewood. Then log walls. I don't really use them. Planks are always useful. And wood flooring. Always keep 100 of that. And since that one's got fixed, both of you go into 2 for now. You are complaining you don't have any linen. And you need linen. That is where the linen went to make that thing. Okay. Okay. How are we looking though? Did we already get any of the cups to sell? Luxury earthenware. We've got 1. I mean, it's 30 points. It's 30 points just for that. Now, could sell 25. I only have 1. Okay, next up, more science. Let's see. We can unlock the fences. You're working on the leather. We're waiting for that guy to come in to actually make that. You need 5 empty pots, which we don't have. You're also going to increase our food. That is good, though. That's going to give us the fire pit. Maybe we want a couple of additional empty pots. Quickly shuffling it around a little bit so we get an extra potter. Now, I know that we now need an additional person. Let's recruit. Really need to keep an eye on our food situation, but I think we're going to be fine. And I also still have another space right there. So we're looking okay. How are we looking wheat-wise? We've got plenty of wheat. But since we're going to be aiming to get the porridge anyways, we're going to need wheat for that. It is wheat, pot of water, and planks. And all of that is then being crafted. So we should be fine. Let those guys come in. Let them start doing their job. And then we'll sort out the rest of the food situation. Now, obviously, this is going to be a little bit barren and empty for now. Do we want to build an additional house? And that could actually give us an additional level right underneath here. Maybe that's going to be a pretty good idea. Do I have the mud bricks for it, though? The answer to that is no. Do we have the flooring? Not the mud bricks. Now, I've got some mud bricks, and in the meanwhile, I've been thinking as to how we're going to be doing that. Now, I'm going to clean you out, and you are going to pretend to be a solid wall. And we want you 4 high, 3 high. There, that's going to be the height of it. Then you get the entrance that I can live with. And then on your side, can we do it lower? I don't really need this side. This way, I could pull you. We put you up on this level. And that's where we were out of mud bricks, but we just got a few more, which is great. That's exactly going to be the amount that we need. Now, we're going to get the wooden roof. Let's put a straw roof on here. We haven't seen that one yet, so let's get the straw roof out. So I need 2 more straw roof pieces. But that way now, look at that. We've got ourselves a little housey on this side, which is nothing but an entrance into the underground part. Now here I can nicely see that from here onwards, that is where we're going to have, let's chuck you up there. That is where we're going to have the first walkway. So that is where we're going to need to be putting our wall in. And of course, that is still going to be wall as well. And we need the flooring in here. So let's grab that too. And then to know how far we want to go, I'm going to go and take you because you are right smack in the middle. Now, how many down do I need to go? I was on this level, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4. If I go 4 down and then all the way to the front, I dig that part out. Here we need to put in the flooring anyways, and then I know exactly where we at. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's going to be perfect because that gives me 3 head spaces before the flooring, and that's exactly how we have it everywhere else. Look at that. And this is all the space that we're going to gain. We're just pretending to have a little bit of a house here on the side, which is great. Now, I do see some monsters. Now, we did increase our monster threat level by 10. It is 8 p.m. We are at 25 meals. So we do need to work on getting additional food coming in. For now, we're okay-ish, stable-ish, I think. But I do want to get some more food coming in. Farms are on the other side, so I can't see how that is doing. Now, you guys seem to be okay with coping with these ones. Just want to make sure. Because we don't have the option of getting the bell yet. Now, I do like that bell. Where are you at? Right there. There's the alarm bell, so we need Tablet of Ancient Wisdom. So yeah, we're far out. Very far out. And I said I needed additional straw roofs, so I might as well just get them from you. Add to queue. There we go. It's going to be 60. That's going to be more than enough. And in the background there, we can see that the zombies are dealt with. Just want to make sure that we have enough firepower out here to deal with all of them. Yeah, seems to be okay. Just now we get to the stage, because we're starting to really ramp up our threat level, we really need to keep an eye out that we have enough. Now, I also know that we're really going to need to start looking in a food situation. Yeah, there's quite a few of them out there now, which is good. I mean, it keeps those guys busy, otherwise they just get paid for nothing, right? Well, paid. They get food. That's all they get. Yes, I noticed. I made the wrong roofs. Oh, well, at least I caught it in time. Well, relatively in time. And now at least I'm going to get my straw roofs here. And I can't push them into the hot bar, so I'll push them into the stockpile. Let's clear up our hot bar a little bit. Yeah, you can also go pick up those two, so we can now actually put in the straw roof to fix up the last bit of the house. There. So you look good. One side a little bit bigger slanted than the other. I like that. Now, I would like that too, but look, that is the problem I have there. Yeah, I would like that, but this side is not playing nice yet. So eventually we'll get to that. Once we get the beam that we can put on the sides and we can make it really look nice, then we also see what we can do with it. So I need to move over from the center. 1, 2, 3. And only 1 to the right. Which is good. So I can do 1 to the right, yes. And then 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be the whole walkway that we're going to get all the way to the back. And that's going to be additional new housing. There, so this part is what is going to remain as small and closed. And after that, this is where it properly opens up. And where we actually have the proper roof, which is the floor of the floor above. Which is usually how roofs, ceilings, and floors work. Okay, so that's now at least the entire roof in. The guys upstairs are not going to be too happy, and I'm not too happy either because I keep losing beds. If I remove the floor, whatever block is above it, it just disappears. Yeah, so I lost quite a few beds. Luckily enough, they're not too expensive to make, but that would be really annoying. Here. So you're back in. We're now looking at 2 spare beds. 2 spare beds. Oh, yeah. Might actually be true that we have 2 spare beds. For once. So we're looking good. We've got a nice little house here. And we've got a nice secret hidden big compartment behind there, which is going to be quite nice. Here. See, and it just looks like we've got a couple of small houses. So it's not really a Trojan horse, but it's going to be more like a Trojan house. Okay, but factory is pretty much done. We've got 2 houses. We've got sufficient bed space. We did quite a bit in research. How are we looking now up here? Can we already unlock the porridge? Yes, we can. So we've got enough water now for the porridge, which we might actually complete this by. There we go. And that's going to get our job log crafter guy a little bit of additional work in order to get those ones ready for the next episode. Next up, we're going to want to unlock the anvil. We need 5 leather. The first 2 are already there, which is great. And that also means that we have a little bit of skins left. No skins left. But we've got 4 carcasses, so he can work on those ones. That's going to be fine. So, house, factory, another house up there. We've got a mill up there. We've got our flax unlocked. We have our tanner unlocked. So we're actually getting some proper meals, well, at least in preparation. And did we get a fire pit? I don't think we got that with this one. Because I think that one comes with porridge. Yeah. So the fire pit came with the porridge because that also means that we can make the meat into cooked meat. So at least we give that a purpose as well. Nice. Now here we have our entrance, the little maze that we have. I think these 2 guys are still going to be okay. I am really considering though to just add in a 3rd one. Here we've got 49 of them on standby. It's just that we don't have the colonists for it at the moment. But since we are starting to add and to ramp up our threat level, maybe we want to start doing that. Okay, guys, but that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button. And of course, if you want to see more colony survival, make sure to subscribe to the channel. In the next episode, we're going to further expand, see that we get the anvil actually unlocked. We want to get the fences as well, but we need some more wood flooring. We're just waiting on that. And then after that, we're going to get a grocery shop, which is just a few more colony points, which means we can put the grocery shop down in the factory so they don't all have to walk nonstop all the way down to the banner flag. But that's for then. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one.